Hey guys, how you guys all doing? I know y'all been missing me, right? So, anyway, wanted to come on here tonight and had a few things on my mind I wanted to share with you guys. I'm out here walking my dog, so I apologize for the low light situation. But I thought what better time to get on here and tell you guys exactly what is going on from my perspective and give you a little bit of the nuts and the bolts and the beans and the cornbread, also known as the 4165. So, I guess by now, it's 11 o'clock on Friday night, just about 300 and some people have created some kind of post or YouTube or TikTok or Facebook post about how Patrick Roark was arrested by the West Virginia State Police and his bond was set at $150,000 for scamming, frauding the Whittakers. So, here's what you don't know, folks. I came onto this scene trying to bring awareness to the situation. Come on, dog, let's go. Let's go. Come on. I came on this scene trying to bring awareness to the situation, and then I got invited down to the Whittakers because they wanted to put a message out. They wanted to get a message out to the world that they wanted to get the family back together once they were torn apart by all the crazy stuff that was going on. They wanted to try to figure out a way to reunite them, to bring them home. And so initially I was making videos in my kitchen and I was talking about the situation and about all the money and the donations and how Patrick and Eric's pretty well, not give them anything. And I was getting that information indirectly from the family, and they invited me down. I went down there, talked to them, and once I really got to, get to the bottom of things from the horse's mouth, it was really stunning to find out that they only gave them like $1,200 out of the almost, I'd say, around $300,000 that's been taken in so far from those two creators. And, I very, very vividly remember Patrick saying that he don't owe them shit, that all of the money that he made off of his Facebook videos was his, and that his Facebook content was not in the contract. Well, bud, what I learned today was that you didn't get arrested for the contract. You didn't get arrested for not giving them money off of your Facebook page. You got arrested for exploiting incapacitated adults. You got arrested for 5 counts of fraudulent schemes and use of an access device. And the state police release clearly said that he had conversation with Eric Carroll, how he was just there for the money. And then in the press release, they said that he had accepted donations and gifts and goods on behalf of the Whittakers, and it was never given to them, in the excess of $1,000. So, all these YouTube creators that's on there, burning a big one and talking junk and having him on the channel, and he ain't guilty of nothing but giving an F, and all these other people on Facebook that's been posting and saying, yeah, Brian, you're a dirt bag. Come to find out, you guys was working for Patrick. We don't really know what he was paying you just yet, but we know that you were working for Patrick, that you were doing that on behalf of Mr. Roark. And real ironic that, I was really trying to help him out to gain, the money to be able to go hire an attorney to be able to go after the money that was owed to them and to be able to reunite the family and represent them and their name and their copyright and the fact that they're the talent and you guys were just the cameraman. But that didn't work. And that didn't work because you guys allowed them people to pull the wool over your eyes and take the wind out of our sails. And there was people behind me that was willing to make this work. And we were all trying to do the right thing. And we just got kicked in the knee. We got kicked right in the knee trying to do the right thing. And what's crazy is that I never made a dime off the Whittakers, off the Whittaker content. I didn't make a dime until I made the video saying I'm stepping away. I made the I'm stepping away video, and then 3 days later I got monetized, and so far I've made, a little $100 off of my videos, not the videos of the Whittakers, off the videos I've made since then. And it's just such a shame that it's came down to this. And I'm going to tell you something else that's a shame. It's a shame that people have contacted me over the last month and told me that Patrick scammed them, told me that Patrick took money from them, told me that Patrick was asking them for money because he couldn't access his money, and that he needed help building his house, and that he needed money for a Range Rover and for a guitar, and that he was going to pay him back via video feeds that he was going to make money off of. And then the guy that he bought the Range Rover off of, he got a hold of me unsolicited and told me that he didn't even pay him for the Range Rover. And so I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, now this is all coming to light. So, you guys stay tuned for the weekend here, because I am absolutely going to redeem this situation, and I'm going to give you guys an update and information on this case as it flows. And I'm going to tell you basically step by step in my videos what's going on. I am not going to talk about the Whittakers as in like a whole, but since they're the ones that was scammed, their name is going to come up. Their hashtags are going to be in my videos. I may tell you a story about Betty or Larry or a particular incident that happened that, you know, I'm in reference to, but I'm not going to be making per se Whittaker content. I'm going to be making Roark content. I'm going to be telling you guys what's going on with his bond, that he bonded out, his court dates, what they said in the court dates when he pleads guilty, goes to trial, whatever the case may be, what the sentence is, how much money. We're going to find out how much money in this case, since it's public information. We're going to find out how much money he was making. Now, I will tell you this. The one time that I spoke to Patrick in person, he showed me that, you know, he made almost $30,000 on Facebook Reels. And that was just for a month. That wasn't total. It's just really crazy that you can make $30,000 a month on videos, and then you don't even have the audacity to go down there and buy those folks a load of firewood. You don't even go get them a load of groceries. For the people that helped you make that money and that content, you didn't even go down there and offer to pay their light bill or to give them a ride, but you wanted to go down there and put them in your truck and punk them out for saying that they thought that there was a camera in their house. Wow. That's all I got to say about that, because I'm here to tell you folks, if I made $30,000 a month off of content for filming someone, I would be with bells dancing down to their house to give them part of that money. And then here this guy makes all that money and says, I don't owe him shit except a thank you, if that. Well, folks, stay tuned, because I'm going to give you the updates, and I'm sure 50 other creators are as well. My information may not be as appealing or entertaining as everybody else's, but I will give you the facts. Especially, you know, with these people that contacted me telling me that, you know, Patrick scammed them for, you know, different things. You know, we may get into the receipts of that, but I may have to hang on to that to give it to the state police. I don't know. But anyway, hope you guys have a good weekend, and hopefully, Patrick, when you see this video and you bond out, you'll remember that there was a time where we could have did the right thing here. So I'll be cooking some biscuits and gravy and some cornbread and some beans and some soup and some chili and making some hot sauce and doing some travel videos in the meantime. And then whenever, you know, these court dates come along, we'll be sure and give you guys an update. See you later.